it comes down to all ujung.
Yeah, I mean, we already have the conversation off air because we're very excited about this topic. Food waste, yes, food waste is a major environmental concern since it has a substantial impact, especially on the environment. Hundreds of trillions of rupiah are wasted because of food waste that could have been used actually to feed more than 30% of Indonesia's population. Now, according to the United Nations Environment Program report, the total food waste in Indonesia reaches 20.93 million tons per year, which is the fourth largest after China, India, and Nigeria. This is not good because we can feed more people, actually.
Exactly, but fortunately, though, there is a non-profit organization centered on combating food waste and loss here in Indonesia and aiming to break the hunger cycle of underprivileged communities by redistributing untouched surplus food, reprocessing imperfectly perfect produce, and to recycle food waste.
Yes, so without further ado, we have the co-founder of Food Cycle Indonesia, Astrid Paramita, in the studio with us to discuss more on the matter and how you can be involved in this movement as well. Good morning, Astrid.
Good morning, Astrid. Thank you for joining us here in the studio.
Yeah, it's so exciting because I've actually seen your donation boxes in some places in Jakarta, and I was really curious at that time, wow, this is such a great movement, because when you talk about food bank, that's almost like that can be found in the West, but I don't think in Indonesia in particular before you guys came in. So what inspired you to start a food waste reduction organization in Indonesia, which is Food Cycle?
Yes, so we started in 2017. We didn't think of starting a food bank or something serious like this. We just got a video basically on WhatsApp. A friend forwarded a video of a movement in India. Basically, there's an organization that picks up food from wedding parties.
From wedding parties?
Yeah, and we thought, you know, why not we do the same? Because Indonesia runs this hundreds and thousands of guests.
Similar like into India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how we started, just one wedding.
From one wedding.
Yeah.
And now,
one wedding.
Exactly. And now how many people have you helped on a regular basis?
Yeah,
actually?
so now we've become like a proper food bank. We pick up from many sources. And to date, we've rescued 800 tons of food. And every month.
Per day or per month?
No, that's all time.
Oh, all time. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And every month we distribute to about 20,000 people.
20,000 people.
Every month.
That's amazing. Now, you mentioned you channel and distributed food from various places, one being wedding, which you kicked off with, and now you also do corporate lunches, bakeries. I think when we were discussing back then, you mentioned a lot of bread and whatnot. So what's the process like between you sort of gathering everything and it getting to the recipient?
Yep. So there are many sources of food, right? And we have to adapt to their procedure or how their business processes are. And some of the food have higher risk for food safety wise. So things like your wedding food, like food from wedding parties, ready-to-eat food, luncheons, buffets.
Yeah.
They have very short holding time.
Correct.
So what we do is we do point-to-point deliveries using third-party logistics. So food get picked up from the source and got sent directly to the recipient.
And you partner with different organizations, different food chains to make that work. Okay.
So how Food Bank works is we don't distribute directly to the consumers. We work with what we call frontline organizations. So they're the one that are out there working with the people. We have about 115 registered with us right now.
Right, 115 to help you distribute the food.
Correct.
So how does it work? If Karina and I, you know, it's like we are individuals basically, or there are other individuals also in Southeast Asia who want to help and donate food. How do we do that? What's the process? And what about companies? You know, if they want to help you guys as well, what's the process like?
Yeah, for individuals, you guys can donate in our Food Cycle points. They're available in certain businesses like, can I mention one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's Hero Supermarket, IKEA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, or you can check out in our website for our locations. There are a few of them. And for businesses, simply like contact us, like go to our website and you know someone will help you, definitely.
And I think just to add on what Marissa said, if I'm about to have my wedding soon, and so
I was thinking, Karina, like, are you
where
interested
can
in being a client?
donate surplus of food?
There's a link in our website. If you go to program, there's called Food Cycle ID, Blessing to Share. It will take you to a page where there's a form. So just fill out the form. And many couple ask, like, what if there's no excess food on the day? That's okay. That's absolutely fine. So we there as your backup plan. Like if you have excess food, then you can donate to us. But if you don't, and if you want to bring it home, that's fine too. We just don't want any food gets wasted.
What kind of food do you accept? Like, for example, weddings, like buffets, right? Of course, that's already ready-made and it has to be consumed quickly. What other kinds of foods that you can
Basically, all food that are perfectly safe and edible, we take them and we distribute to the people, the recipients.
That includes vegetables, fruits.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
But we also have a program called Food Cycle Farm, and that's where we recycle organic waste. So our mission is literally like zero food waste to the landfill. So not just the perfectly safe food, but even organic waste, we're recycling it.
The ones that can't be consumed.
Correct, yeah, because if it ends up in landfill, it becomes climate issues, creating all that problem. So,
Now, Astrid, according to data, Indonesia, as we know, is the world's 4th largest food waster. Now, how do you, with that in mind, how do you see sort of the space and sort of being involved in the space, just tackling the problem? Do you find that challenging, having sort of being that high on the rank?
Well, we're actually better. So when we started, we were like number 2. And I had no idea about what we're getting ourselves into.
It's like,
wait, we're number 2?
Yeah, it's too late now. Our toes are already in the water. Can I get out?
But what I'm seeing is this is a lot of opportunities actually in this space. And the good thing is now, like in Indonesia, I can feel that corporates, government, they're all putting a lot of effort into it. Like they're all aware and everyone has at least want to improve and fix this problem. So I'm optimistic, even though it is a huge problem, but I think we can solve it.
Yes, and speaking of the help that you do, of course, when we read the name Food Cycle, we think about, okay, we can donate food. But actually there's another challenge that you shared with us earlier, that you actually need also help in this department that is currently, still needs some help, which is
so Food Cycle is non-profit. A lot of people ask whether we're a startup, a company. It's non-profit, NGO, yayasan. But we run professionally, just like any other organizations. We have 12 staffs on payroll. We have, rent, car, fuel, everything, you name it. And we can't pay them with food donations, can we? No. We donate fundings to support our operations, and actually adds on more load to us because we do have moral obligations to keep opening and running. Because 20,000 people rely on us. And companies adapted their operations to Food Cycle to, instead of wasting food, they donate to us. So we have to really keep ourselves open and
So that would be, if people want to donate to help the operational costs, that would be through Kita Bisa.
Yes, you can go through the fundraising platform, Kita Bisa, or you can also go to our website. There will be like a bank account down on the footer.
You can make a regular donation if you like.
Actually, on that part, I want to touch that. So every year we track all our numbers or performance. Not just tonnage, but we track how much value of food that we actually distribute. So last year the value of food is like 15 billion rupiah. Wow! And our operating cost is about 1.5 billion. So what I'm saying is we have a 10 times leverage of food that we distribute. So for every dollar you donate to us, we actually move food worth $10. So rather than you go to the supermarket and buy your own food and give it to us, use that money for us and for our operations, and we can amplify that better.
Wow.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's an interesting insight even for us. You know, like,
Very interesting. Wow. Learning so much.
Yeah. So Health Food Cycle.
Yes.
You have your website, which is?
yes, foodcycle.id.
And do you have any social media?
Yes, Food Cycle Indonesia
Okay.
in Instagram.
Instagram only.
I think so. Yeah, I believe so. Maybe YouTube channel coming soon.
Maybe
there you
YouTube
go.
channel coming soon. Watch that space.
Really exciting stuff. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Astrid, for coming in and sharing your insight. I'm sure we're all very inspired to do more
so much.
for the community and
Yeah.
at the end of the day for the environment and for
Yes.
climate.
Yes, there you go, Queen of Climate, Miss Earth. This is my Miss Earth right here. Okay, we are going to take a little break. When we come back, we still have more for you. So stay tuned.